What's going on, Motivation Family? How y'all doing today? Today is day 89 of the journey. And y'all, thank y'all for support. Thank y'all for being there. And hey, we're going to keep on pushing. We're going to keep on pushing this train, pushing this trailer, pushing this box, pushing this world. We're going to keep on pushing because that's what God told us to do. Do not make up our minds on what's going on in the world. Do not follow what's going on in the world and just trust in Him, and He going to make your path straight. And as a matter of fact, they're going to lead us into the verse for today. And I'm reading Proverbs 16, verses 3 and 4. Commit to the Lord whatever you do, and He will establish your plans. The Lord works out everything to its proper end, even the wicked for a day of disaster. So, this was Solomon speaking, and he told us to first commit what it is that we want to do, then trust our thoughts and plans to be established. And I do believe that God put them thoughts, put plans in our head for whatever we want to do in life. I do believe He put them thoughts in our head for us to keep on going. And even if them plans and stuff don't work, even if it don't work, somehow we get more and more plans. Somehow we get more and more ideas that come to us, especially if it's something that you really want to do in this world. And I believe that a lot. So whatever it is that you want to do, put your mind to it and just keep on thinking about it. Like, even if you ain't got the funds, write down what it is that you want to do. Have fun trying to do it. Have fun trying to get it out. And then the startup is what makes it even better. One day at work, at my old job, because now it's an old job, but now, that one day somebody told me that since I'm wanting to get closer to God more, he told me to do videos. That was a plan. That was God talking to somebody else. You know what I'm saying? And after that, day 89 of the journey. And I got more videos from that. So this really day 100 something probably. Thank the Lord for, you know what I'm saying, for the thoughts, plan. Thank God for talking through people to me. And you know what I'm saying? Y'all do what y'all got to do. But let's go ahead and get into this book because I'm losing sunlight. I took all day. All right, we in chapter 21 today, y'all. We in chapter 21. When the Canaanite king of Arad, who lived in Negev, heard that Israel was coming along the road to Atharim, he attacked the Israelites and captured some of them. Then Israel made this vow to the Lord: if you would deliver these people into our hands, we would totally destroy their cities. The Lord listened to Israel's plea and gave the Canaanites over to them. They completely destroyed them in their towns, so the place was named Hormah. So now the new generation is on their march into Canaan. This wasn't only the battle for the land that the Lord promised Israel. This was also judgment against the Canaanites. They were sinful. They were sinful people who God gave hundreds of years to repent. They traveled from Mount Hor along the route to the Red Sea to go around Edom. But the people grew impatient on the way. They spoke against God and against Moses and said, "Why have you brought us up out of Egypt to die in the wilderness? There is no bread, there is no water, and we detest this miserable food." This new generation, I'm telling you. So just to go around the Edomites, they had to go back into the wilderness away from Canaan. And so this situation that the new generation going through, y'all know we impatient. So they impatient too. They definitely getting frustrated. Like, bro, so now we going away from the land that we were promised years ago. This situation for them was definitely discouraging, but it was an opportunity for them to trust God. And this is the same God that gave them victory at Hormah. This new generation is sounding just like the old one. And the bad part about it is they're closer to the land than the older generation was. Then the Lord sent venomous snakes among them. They bit the people and many Israelites died. The people came to Moses and said, "We sinned when we spoke against the Lord and against you. Pray that the Lord would take the snakes away from us." They despised God's blessing. God gave them burning poison. These came straight from God to the nation's to get the nation's attention. So Moses prayed for the people. The Lord said to Moses, "Make a snake and put it up on a pole. Anyone who is bitten can look at it and live." So Moses made a bronze snake and put it up on the pole. Then when anyone was bitten by a snake and looked at the bronze snake, they lived. When the new generation complained and doubted, they were not looking towards God. They looked to themselves at their difficult certain circumstances, everything else but God. But at this moment, God put them in a situation where they had to look at him. They had to trust him. He put them in that situation. And I believe that. I believe God will put us in situations to where we can't depend on our family. We can't depend on our friends, brothers, sisters, anybody. We can't depend on nobody but him to change the situation. And as soon as we be like, you know what? I think it's time. I think it's time. You know what I'm saying? I've been tripping. Let me go ahead and get this book. The Israelites moved on and camped at Abah. Then they set out from Abah and camped in Abram. From there, they moved on and camped in the Zered Valley. Then, from there, they continued on to Beer, the well where the Lord said to Moses, gather the people together, and I will give them water. Israel sent messengers to say to Sihon, king of the Amorites, let us pass through your country. We will not turn aside into any field or vineyard or drink water from any well. We will travel along the king's highway until we have passed through your territory. But Sihon would not let Israel pass through his territory. He mustered his entire army and marched out into the wilderness against Israel. When he reached Jahaz, he fought with Israel. The same thing happened. They said no. But the difference with them, the Amorites stepped up. The Amorites went and fought. They went and fought them, no questions asked. They said, oh, y'all trying to come through? Nah, I don't even care if y'all just asking. He asked for backup quick. Hey, y'all, let's go ahead and get him. Let's go and get him. Israel, however, put him to the sword and took over his land from the Arnon to the Jabbok, but only as far as the Ammonites because their border was fortified. Israel captured all the cities of the Amorites and occupied them, including Heshbon and all of its surrounding settlements. Heshbon was the city of Sihon, king of the Amorites, who had fought against the former king of Moab and had taken from him all his land as far as the Arnon. After Moses had sent spies to Jazer, the Israelites captured the surrounding settlements and drove out the Amorites who were there. So, we now see that God's favor and mercy on Israel. Before they went against the hardened warriors of Canaan, God gave them smaller battles. The older generation, they probably thought that they just wanted to be handed into the new land, into the promised land. They should have known it's gonna be people there that's gonna be ready to fight for their land. You know what I'm saying? So they got to go through these battles, and that's what God is taking them through at the moment. Then they turned and went up against along the road toward Bashan, and the Og king of Bashan and his whole army marched out to meet them in battle of Edrei. The Lord said to Moses, do not be afraid of him, for I have delivered him into your hands, along with his whole army and his land. Do to him what you did to Sihon, king of the Amorites, who reigned in Heshbon. So they struck him down together with his sons and his whole army, leaving them no survivors, and they took possession of the land. Another fight Israel didn't start, but they were definitely up for the challenge. And through God, they won. This chapter started off with the new generation unbelief, but after that bronze serpent incident, Israel trusted God and saw a lot of victories. Do anybody got a testimony? Because I know they do. I know they got a testimony. They done went from getting bit by venomous snakes. God told Moses to make a bronze serpent, wrap it on a pole, and put it up, and let them see it. When they look at it, healed. And after that, they've been winning battles, getting closer to the land. And y'all, I can't wait to see what's going on, what's going to happen in chapter 22. But hey, y'all, if y'all enjoyed the video, please like, comment, subscribe. And hey, Journey finna be great. Journey finna keep on getting great, y'all. I'm out. Have a blessed day.